Like how you got your name on there.
Yeah.
Yo, I know. I was
personal.
I had this. I had that on me, and my girl wanted some of the weed, so I took it out the original package he gave me, and I was like, oh, I got this baggie on me. Don't worry, you can take that. I'll take it and hold it in this. And I was like, you imagine if I was trying to be like, yo, nah, officer, this ain't mine.
Because that's the first thing I thought. It was like,
oh, really?
Isaiah?
I know another Isaiah. He is a prophet.
Yeah.
Actually, I was supposed to get the actual sandwich, and they mixed it up with the other Isaiah, who's a degenerate.
Yeah. No, this is supposed to be a chopped cheese. It's not chopped cheese.
You know what's sad about it? When did those become weed bags? They were sandwich bags. They're still
so long. Yeah,
they're still been advertised as sandwich bags. Even like those.
No one puts sandwiches.
Right.
I don't remember the last time
they should do some honest commercials.
No, when I was selling weed, actually though, back when I was a kid, I was selling drugs. I remember because stop and frisk full effect. I got stopped with
and frisk,
and I had just went to the store to get baggies. Because there was one store where the baggies were, right? And, it's like $2. They give you like fucking 300 baggies or whatever. And
I remember these days.
Yeah. And then the little apple bag, the apple on it. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And
bringing me back.
They pulled it out. He was like, what are you doing with these? I was like, officer, my grandmother, she sewed a lot. Those for buttons.
Making little sandwiches.
She got a quilting circle.
I was like, nah, for real, we could go ask her right now. And I said that like with sort of straight face, knowing that no cop was gonna go like taking me to my grandmother. I was like, nah, she sews. It's for her buttons. Like she makes all of our clothes.
It would have been so funny if they would have went there.
Right. They'd have took you up on your offer.
And she's, she's like, you got the weed bags? We gonna bag up.
if I found the only cop that had nothing to do, like, they were like, you know what?
Let's
grandma hits it again. She'd be like, you got my button bags? Because that's all I need.
I know. As soon as you walk in, I know. It's like, that was a crazy time. Because I remember I was selling like hard drugs for a little while when I was like younger than that. And that's when you got to deal with crackheads. And that's like the worst shit.
Crackhead interactions.
The crackhead. And then the thing, I was so young, I still had to do shit with my grandmother. So like I'm in the project, like I'm walking to the fucking store, and like they be cracking like one dude named Donnie. We used to make this dude
crackhead
do like,
Donnie.
We used to make this mother. We were like, yo, Donnie, do like 25 push-ups. He'd be like, all right, like he was like one of those, like just to give him $1. We like, yo, I give you $5. Do like fucking do one-handed push-ups. Like he'd be like, yeah, I could do it, and then he would fucking do. Anyway, that nigga ran up on me, and he ran up on me, and I was like, yo, I was trying to do the. God, I was like, out of here. I was like, he ran up. He was like, "Yo, what's up, baby?" And I was like, and my grandmother was like, "Oh, who is that?" I was like, "That's the PAL coach."
He's just really excited.
He's from the Police Athletic League. She was like, "He has no teeth."
They don't got dental. I'll tell you.
It's a weird thing.
It's a volunteer job, really. It's just a coach of the basketball team. That's all. I
remember in my hood they had crackhead fight nights. And this was like the older niggas. It had nothing to do with us. And like they would literally give these niggas boxing gloves and had them fight for crack.
So this is like bum fights era, maybe era. Like,
and it's if you go to YouTube, you could probably find a couple like Red Hook.
What neighborhood you grew up in?
Red Hook.
You the projects over there.
Yeah. They was rough, and it was always interesting because like I would talk about my experiences with crackheads and shit. And then my sister, who grew up in the 80s, when it was like rough, he was like, you ain't seen nothing until you saw them throw a crackhead off a roof. I was like,
God damn.
That sounds traumatizing. Nigga, like you went back to work after that? Like that's a good time to call the fuck out.
Yeah, I can't watch no shit like that.
You know what it is? When I was younger, when you're younger, you just don't give a fuck. Right? So you're watching a bunch of shit.
Sure.
You don't have any moral real compass. But once you get older,
remember that?
Oh yes.
Yeah, remember that? Rotten.com, where you could just go see somebody's head cut off if you want to.
It
was the dark corner of the internet when the internet was like really young.
Right.
Because like when I was, because we coming of age like at the time where the internet was so new. It's in a way like this is like finally at the time where you could like sign into a website and go to some shit without waiting for 5 minutes. You could just go. Like, and this is, I'm talking about around like 2000, maybe 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
So the only thing I had used the internet before that, because I'm 13 at the time, is like to just look up song lyrics. I remember that was the
Yeah,
thing.
oh
Right.
my
That was the
gosh,
biggest
that
thing to
was-
look up what song. Like you find like
And
what did
LimeWire.
that person
That was-
say? And LimeWire and all that stuff. So then Rotten.com came out and it was just like, well, what are we gonna do with the? And it was like, yeah, you could see a whole bunch of like
Decapitations
Oh, they
and
had
shit.
the Tupac autopsy photo.
That's
Everybody
what
went
that
there
was.
for that one.
They had a bunch of like autopsy photos. That's where I first saw like the whole Kennedy, like his ordeal, and which was
Your
very
situation.
Yeah.
which was very traumatizing because I was a child. I should have been looking at that. Like they just had him out, and they like his brain matter was just there, and I'm like, this is a president, man. This should be under wrap. Like,
Yeah, right.
And at,
What's
the,
What's
and,
the
at the,
security clearance?
and at the time, you got to think about it. Cameras weren't what they are now, so that means a nigga had a flash.
Right, yeah.
Nigga had everything. Look at the birdie. He motherfucker had black powder and shit.
Yo, that's gonna be a thing later too, because people. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, yo, there's gonna be like kids who grow up and they're gonna be like, oh man, you old. You don't even got no videos of yourself when you a baby. Like they ain't even have video.
Where's your
Like-
first baby boomerang?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you don't even got no, you ain't got no babies, no baby videos on Instagram. It's like damn, because everybody, because there's kids with there are TikTok babies that are verified.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yo, there's a baby that the dad makes nothing but videos of
the
baby pouring things into a cup.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My whole TikTok and Instagram is babies.
That
That's
seems like
weird.
you.
I know it's weird.
That's weird.
You're on a watch list, bro.
I'm not though.
Your algorithm is trying to fuck you up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So we usually start with a song and shit. And actually,
I know.
I
I
sing
listen.
and my song choice actually has a lot to do with what's on the table.
Oh.
Because my topic for the day
Plastic.
Isaiah's here.
has a lot to do with the table.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Fuck song.
I get high, I get high, I get high, I get high. Wait, I forgot the.
Wait, what fuck song is you singing, bruh?
I get high.
Oh,
high,
Every day.
Welcome to the
Isaiah's such a good friend. He was just immediately vibing with you.
Yeah,
You
no,
wasn't
I
singing
appreciate
shit.
that.
I was like, I'm mommy gonna find it. When he
I'ma
finds the
find it.
tune,
I'ma
when
find
he
it.
finds the tune, I'm
You
gonna.
know what it is? I know the fucking original sample. Where that get that from?
Right. Yeah.
So
it was
my
Free to Pain.
yeah.
Free to Pain.
So
yeah.
I go to that initially in that cadence,
Right.
and then I gotta
Right,
I'm trying to
right.
say it till I could get it. Anyways,
You know
don't
that,
shut
that
your
song
Day.
came out the summer I started smoking weed. Me and my cousin.
That was probably a good song.
That was a fun.
I
song.
think that might have been the summer I started selling, but like not. It wasn't officially. I was just taking a little weed from my brother, and because he was leaving bags around, and I would put it in the little bags and sell like one thing.
aspirational.
Yeah. Welcome to I Can Explain That podcast, the only podcast
He
we go
almost said
through.
OnlyFans.
Welcome to. You know what's on my mind.
Jokes.
The only podcast we go through each other's search histories just to find out how fucked up we are as people. And I am your host, one of your hosts, Chris Bazemore,
Oh, wow. That's it?
aka
Knew it.
Thicky Smalls, aka not your baby father, but I could be if I get some more money, and Thicky and Balls by Poppy.
You done?
I'm done.
All right. I'm Chris Reiter, the funny one, and the one with the biggest dick.
I mean,
All right.
like,
Okay. Well,
no one with a big dick says that. Like, just want to put no one with.
you right. You right.
Like you've never saw like a porn with
Every time
a
I see
big
a
dick
white
nigga,
dude
he's like,
comment something about alpha, I'm like, if you got to say it, you a bitch.
100%.
I do believe that. I do believe that.
And in between us, you want to give the honors. I want you to hype him up. I want to see how good you are.
I mean,
you need a reference.
well, no, because I was like, I know it's Isaiah.
You don't
It
know
is-
it starts with an L, ends with an O.
What?
We met today. It's fine.
Yeah, he's gonna put me on the spot.
Ah, damn, nigga! I thought y'all knew each other a little bit. God damn it!
No, we never met before.
no, we never met
Legit.
before.
This is the first
Outside
time?
The first time we met.
First time, yeah.
I know it's Isaiah, but I was supposed to say Lorenzo, but I was like, that ain't it.
That is it.
That is
Oh, it
it.
is it.
That's
Okay.
100% it.
See?
Yeah.
I said starts with an L, ends with an O
How you gonna be the MC on this episode and then toss the introduction over to me?
because
Right.
you
Because
were the
I know
last person-
you. That's fucked up.
That is fucked up. Because now don't put.
Come on now, tell the truth, shame the devil. Sorry, Isaiah.
You know why? Because I had a bet that I can introduce people better than you with someone.
Oh,
So I wanted to see your introduction skills before I place money, actual money.
you like him?
Not really. I enjoy talking to Chris because we're both from New York, so it's just so rare. I'm like, all right, well, it's just here. Bro.
Oh shit, I'm
So
just
it's
a last resort.
Like,
God,
no, it's like you can talk to transplants all the time. It's like, man, I'm like, I don't really like him, but like, you know what? You don't pick your family, man. It's home. Like,
you know what? Fuck this nigga. I'm not even gonna introduce him now.
I got it.
Chris, good people.
Comic, New York native, the man 50 grand, the man, the myth, the legend, Isaiah Lorenzo. How you doing?
I'm legendary, unknowable.
But but here's the thing. You always say the man, the myth, the legend.
I've used that 3 times with
li-
other men who are also
And a
myths
woman
legends.
once.
Who?
Espy.
She is.
I listened to that episode. Yeah, that was.
You said the man, the myth, the legend. It's like
That was a good episode. I was listening. Now that I've been here, I'm just like picturing her in between both of y'all, and I'm like, is she fine with this?
Right.
Yeah, no. She's so small.
Was she okay? That's true. She doesn't take up a lot of space.
Here's the topic. I deep dive because I need to find out. So apparently, you know, weed is legal in New York now. Right? So we lit. But being someone who doesn't smoke as often,
Decriminalized, right?
decriminalized. Yeah.
No, it is recreationally legal now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
They
I think it was already decriminalized for the past couple of years.
Right. It was a ticket.
Now it's
Yeah,
like,
a
look,
ticket,
you can light that shit up in front of a cop.
Well, I've seen white people do that for the law.
Well, yeah,
That's when
that's why I told
figured
the white
out.
dude the other day. I was like, it's always been legal for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, it was like no one gives a shit about you. Stop and frisk only affected us.
Right.
So, anywho, being that it's legal, I was trying to figure out what is proper weed smoking etiquette. Because I grew up in a time where it was puff, puff, pass. Why y'all said like I saw a cookie? Yeah, y'all said at the same
That's
time.
like a philosophically hood question. He's just like,
That's what I bring. That's what I bring to this podcast. So, as someone who smokes, what do you think?
Because people know
is
if Isaiah's around. I remember I went to somewhere the other day. They were like, oh, you have weed? I was like, they were like, of course he does. And I was just like,
Yeah,
I
why
mean, I
wouldn't he?
hate that he's right. But I don't, so now it's changed. I mean, I would like most of everything in the world. The past year has changed, and I remember around me and my boy Reg was talking about this. Reg Thomas, another comic.
Yeah, I know Reg Thomas.
We were talking about it. We were like, and then this is February before we knew. It was just like whatever. It was like there was remnants of what was about to come, and everybody got smoked their own blunt, dog. Like smoking together now is like we'll do that. We will do it together. I mean, I will still pass joints to people, but like
the end of them.
When you talk about etiquette, that means what would you do if you don't know the person at all and it couldn't be seen as impolite?
Right. Yes.
Right. Like I'll smoke weed with the homie because
common
like
courtesy of
the
weed.
common courtesy now is like, yo, you want to roll yourself one? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
do that.
Interesting.
Like, and you know, and also weed's cheap now. This shit's falling out of the sky, bro.
Right.
It's legal. Like
That shit's gonna be
like
at the
it's
bodega
the only
if it
thing
ain't
in my
already.
life. It's the only thing in my life that's gone down in price. Like the train fare will never go down.
No, it's only
It's only gonna go up. The like New York City Metro, like whatever, is never gonna go down. It's only gonna go up. Everything else is only gonna go. Like some things are in flux, but for the most part, but this shit, yo, I used to pay. I got $100 for all this weed. I used to pay $60 for an eighth. Like, and that was normal to get like good shit. An ounce will cost you $450 sometimes. And this is like circa like 06, 05, 06, 07. Like it would cost a lot of money. We'd be like, damn. I remember one time we went to hustle. We was like, yo, we gotta save up.
That's
to get an ounce.
Right.
Such a responsible hustler.
Yeah, we
because
Gotta
most
acquire capital. To
most
start
people
this
is like,
business.
all right, let's just rob somebody.
Use that money and then like
and to fund this. Let's use this criminal endeavor. To,
Wait till Eli's bar mitzvah, then we in the game.
But they're like, we gotta save up. They put money aside.
Right.
Yeah, we were polite criminals.
It's only 4 of them left.
Yeah, I know. We weren't very successful. And
I was very polite.
Goes to show you.
So then, what's etiquette a year from now? Once we're out of the pandemic, we're not wearing masks all day every day.
I mean, okay. First of all, know all right. Like if you get drunk and you are angry drunk, you should know that before it. So if you talk too much when you smoke weed, understand that and be mindful. Don't fuck the party up.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you get quiet and freak the fuck out,
Also,
breathe
don't
in a
fuck up.
breathe in a corner by yourself.
Right.
Don't have everybody being like, don't be the person that's just like call an ambulance because I'm like, no, listen, you don't need an ambulance. Weed is at 30% THC right now. That's all. Like, you know what I mean? It's going up by the month. So just relax. No one's ever died yet. You're not gonna be the first one. So if you got any
Rick
kind of
Ross
hang-ups,
almost.
yeah, if you got any kind of hang-ups, if you got any kind of hang-ups like that, I feel like you gotta just keep it in check.
I think that's really because you don't see that. That's someone that's a smoker's guide.
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't be on a list. You know what I mean? Like they were saying like, hey, puff puff pass.
Right.
It's still in effect when I was looking at this BuzzFeed list. But I think that's very accurate because although I know I'm good for 2, maybe if we partying, it's a good night, I may do a joint with a motherfucker. But that's it for the most part because I know that's not really my
Same.
thing. And then it's going to give me a headache or whatever. And I'm just not going to be as fun.
Right.
Yeah.
So knowing
Yeah,
that,
be fun. Don't
I
be
keep it-
unfun.
I keep it very minimal. I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to have this, that, and that. But there's motherfuckers who don't, and they just see an opportunity to smoke, and they take it knowing that that's not who they are.
Right.
So I think that is smart.
I
knowing
used to
who
be one of
yourself-
those people that I love weed so much. I used to be one of those people that wanted to like Johnny Appleseed or weed. Like I wanted to be like, no, you don't get it. Like I'm paranoid. No, you're paranoid, but you'll get past. I am way past convincing people to smoke weed.
'cause
Like
you're grown.
I'm just way. I've really just been to the point where it's like, yeah, okay, because I wanted everybody to feel as good as I do. And like all this stuff, I'm like, nah, that's how you really get to know somebody and all this stuff. Like,
Yeah, facts.
fuck all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that ain't your thing,
That ain't your thing.
it ain't
Just
your thing. And it's
respectfully.
experience. We'll see, because like I've done that and it ain't that thing. And like, you know what? It's not fun.
Yeah, you were
It's
right.
not fun.
Right.
Like, yo, like, oh man, you know yourself. Shit.
Yeah, I got a friend who was like, every time I'm smoking, it's like common courtesy for if I'm smoking and I offer you a joint, you gotta at least take a pull. And I said, no, the fuck it's not.
Yeah, no.
If I don't like asparagus, I don't like asparagus.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
keep that
this
shit
is
over
like,
there.
it's
Yeah.
common courtesy. I'm cooking, you gotta eat it. I'm like, I don't eat what the fuck you eat.
Right.
Like that's whatever. But anywho, another thing I always do, even though I smoke very minimally, what I do is I always offer, especially if someone's going out to get weed. I'll be like, hey, do you need a couple dollars? Like
That's another one.
even
I
though
was gonna
I
bring
don't
that up.
smoke like that, I always offer. And as of yet, no one's really taken my offer because I think most people's like, this nigga only gonna take 2 pulls.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's pointless. Like I'm not gonna take your money. People at least give a shit that much. But I notice people, and this is from the outside looking in, someone who doesn't smoke like that. I see motherfuckers don't even offer and they'll face the whole shit.
Yeah.
And it's
That
like,
used to be a thing.
how the fuck do you? Who raised these niggas? Like, who? Why would your mother let you come out the house do shit like that?
I used to have a buddy that was didn't smoke weed but like was always just like pro weed. You know what I mean? Like he didn't smoke weed. Like we one time we were about to go to the movies. He was just like, and he was like, hey, hold, and he would drive us everywhere too. Like he was like, hold, like, you guys aren't on smoke. We were like, why are you worried about this? And he was just like, nah, but you're going to the movies. You gotta smoke, right? I was like,
This doesn't concern you.
Right.
Yeah, we were just like, but he was also the type of dude that was like, went to go buy a truck and brought us with him because he was like, I want to see if the third row is comfortable for y'all. Like y'all in the, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I wanted to bring you guys with me. We're always like,
We road trip, so I gotta
Right.
make sure you fine. That's
some people
so-
are really thoughtful. I mean, like it's like that's like anything. Weed etiquette is about thoughtfulness.
I think that's ultimately what it is. Something I struggle with. When I started, because I didn't smoke for a long time. I got kicked out of smoking, actually. I got a homie. I had a homie.
You're
Kicked
banned.
out of a recreational activity.
You're
Yeah.
banned.
I got
right.
I
It's
got
like,
banned.
from now on, you don't chew hopscotch.
I got banned by a nigga named Lamont. Any nigga named Lamont, and he banned you. It's real.
Yeah.
So nigga named Lamont,
Every Lamont I know has been real.
this nigga was in the hood. We just came from, let me tell you how real this shit is. We were about 12, 13. No, we was about, 13, 14.
Okay.
And so we kids. We just had a friend get shot and killed. Went to his funeral. We grew up with this guy. But he was known for smoking. That's all he did. And part of the reason why he probably didn't move very fast. Because he smoked a lot. Even as a kid, he was just in it. Anywho, we leave the funeral. Everyone's sad. People like, oh, shit. What can we do to commemorate him? And so Lamont was like, let's smoke. So I like, all right, well, I ain't never do this before, but sure, whatever. And I let it be known from the beginning, like, yeah, you know, I'm kind of like a beginner or whatever. He's like, you all right, nigga, fuck out of here. You be all right. This is for Ron D. I shouldn't have said that. But it's like, this is for, you know what I mean? This is for him. So I'm like, all right, bet. We go in my building. We in the projects. Nigga, this is how niggas had sidekicks. This is how far back the shit goes.
Oh, I love those days.
Right?
I miss those days.
And I'm smoking. Everybody else is starting to feel shit. Everybody like, damn, I'm gonna roll another one. I'm like, and then he was like, yo, do that again.
What'd you do, chamber it? Yep.
And he goes, this nigga been wasting the weed the whole time. You can never smoke in Red Hook again, my nigga. I'm not with this shit. I'm telling everybody. I was like, we have a real limited circle of friends. Like, that's not. And one passed away. Like, you,
Right.
who are you telling? And the other person who was smoking with just started. That was his first time too. So I'm like, who the fuck are you telling? He's like, nah, nigga, you can't smoke. Don't pass him the joint. And then he would look, because now in the rotation, it was only 3 of us then at this point where he said that.
That's a longer rotation. That's a relay.
Exactly.
Yeah, well,
so
yeah.
this nigga, because motherfuckers started to fall out and shit. So he was like purposely looking to see if the dude would pass it to me. He was like, I wish you would. I wish you
McCabe
would.
your shit.
So I got banned. But I bring that up to tell you, is Puff Puff Pass still in effect?
No.
Who gives a fuck, right?
No.
Because when I just got back into it, I did the and I passed. Right?
Oh, that was never. So I grew up smoking blunts. Like, so.
That's what we
we would smoke. Yeah, we smoke. So they burn forever. So it's like you smoke 2, 3, 4 pulls. 4, I think for like 4, it was like puff pass.
Right.
Puff pass. Like,
Yeah.
You never really did just the 2. You know what I mean? Like you smoke for a little bit.
Right.
Because I remember one time I would you meet somebody and you don't know. You don't want to be a mooch. You don't want to be that person. Steaming.
Yeah.
So you just do it. And multiple times I've had it like, yo, my nigga, smoke. Like
I've gotten
so
that
yeah.
multiple times.
It's like, yeah, smoke.
Even
So
to this day, I'm like,
yeah.
Well, I think it comes from like our parents' generation where they was rolling raw papers and that shit burned like loose.
They were burning
Yeah.
bamboo.
Right.
They were burning
That's-
bamboo. That's
Exactly. You can smoke
and,
that shit like cartoon characters.
and they were smoking
Gone.
shit like Panama Gold. It was like, you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
barely weed. Like
Right.
everybody had to get as much as possible to get high.
for it was to be an effect.
Right.
Right, yeah. So
That was one of the things I wanted.
THC back then was like, I think they don't really know, because I don't think they were testing like percentages back then, but it was like 8%. They were guessing it.
Yeah.
And now it's like high 20s regular.
Yeah, and that's
Like what?
it's madness. That's like when people will be like, "Yo, I get this loud." I'm like, "Give me the most quiet."
Yeah,
form.
what's that? Give me that brand. You got any shh?
You got the
That's what I want.
librarian.
Yeah.
I need let me get that librarian Kush.
That's another thing. It's just like I feel like there is no regular weed anymore.
No,
There isn't, right?
I was
Like-
telling someone that I used to sell Reggie, is what we call it.
Yeah.
And this nigga looked at me like I was an absolute dinosaur. I was like, "Nigga, you my age." It's like, you smoke. It had seeds and sticks.
Oh,
and what kind of person are you? Like, he looked at me like I was the scum of this earth. And I'm like, I just sold what I didn't actually, go into the market and look for the best
Right.
for my buck. It wasn't like going wholesale. Nigga, someone who sells.
Someone's got weed? Okay, I'm
I'm
buying
gonna buy that
Right.
and then bag it up and sell it.
Well, you from Brooklyn. You remember that dude that really loved chocolate? Remember that?
Yeah.
The chocolatier.
Yeah, I do actually. It was so crazy. Like, weed just has changed. Even like its acceptance,
The culture.
the
Yeah.
culture of it.
Acceptance,
I think once white people really started to like truly accept the shit, it just became like this fucking. It was like what happened to hip hop.
It wasn't accepted. It's when they started making money.
Well,
Like
Oh, yeah.
illegal, you know what I'm saying? Like when it
Yeah.
went for legal, no, it was like acceptance, money,
Facts.
and now it's just like
Legal.
Yeah,
it's,
right.
it's all about being legal.
Yeah.
yeah, that's really all it is. But it's just like, as soon as I started to see that, I was like, God damn.
I mean, look at ass. Women with fat asses.
Okay.
First, it was just us, and then they saw a market for it. Then they started to like it. Now it's widely accepted. Matter of fact, a lot of women go acquire asses.
You know, I was in that strip club in Austin. I saw one like 90s booty. I saw one like with the high
Retro.
waist, like the really high, the long.
Yeah.
It was like I saw the tall booty.
That's an acquired
I saw
taste.
one of those, and I was and because of the culture, everything was going on. I was like, well, hello.
Yeah, no, that's.
I was like, because I've always been
Hello
attracted
there.
to something a little bit different, you know.
I was literally. We was talking about this a couple months ago. It was like it was a shot in Soul Plane where they showed the ass, and compared to ass now, it was nothing.
Yeah, right.
But they showed it like this is like it was literally a close up on ass.
Right. All the dudes like crane their necks to look at this ass.
And it was nothing. And what Soul Plane came out 2004, 3?
3 or 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was,
So it's like-
I was like a senior in high school.
Yeah. So it's like literally now it's the shit.
Right.
It's craziness. And that was really the
high waisted
etiquette.
bikini.
Oh
That
my
long,
God.
long butt.
Like that
way.
Cindy Crawford.
Yeah, it just goes really high.
Yeah.
It's just like
now that's just what it is, man. Is it by the way, is it about that time?
Well, I was asking what the industry standards on
Oh.
social, because I don't know of any social practices. I smoke alone.
Well,
Like weed smoking is not a group activity for me.
so we just had a smoke break. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
whether it was a good idea remains.
yeah,
to be
we'll see.
seen.
I mean, you know me, I get high every day, son. Nothing to him. I am high. Only him.
I am not. I'm normal.
Yeah,
I think it's funny how much people think that think weed changes the people the perception
Yeah.
of people that have that. They're like, oh, you're a stoner. Oh,
Yeah,
they're like, oh, you're eating when you got the munchies. I'm like, no, nigga, it's 2 o'clock. Like fucking, it's 2 o'clock is the time that I eat. Like that's like it just tastes better to me.
it's good.
To
Like,
me,
some
it
people
just
like
tastes-
things, sir.
It tastes better to me.
Some people
than
like
it
having
does
sex
to
at
you.
night. Some people like having sex in the morning.
Yeah,
It's
it's what it
preference. Yeah. So here's some of the things that they say. BuzzFeed, for instance, they say are
Oh,
weed
right, because I
etiquette.
didn't know what they said the etiquette was.
Yeah.
Because I smoke alone, so I probably know these things.
So
It is
this
not a
one,
group activity for me.
whoever rolls it sparks it.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Like,
not
that goes
something that
without
you.
saying.
That's
yeah,
true. Yeah.
but what kind of? I don't know. If you bought the weed, but you don't know how to roll, do you get like? All right, I bought this weed, but I don't know how to roll, so I'm like, Isaiah, can you roll it? But I still bought 100% of it.
I get that. Yeah, no, because I've
No,
done
Can
that.
I-
no, by you asking me to roll it, you're also giving me authority to light it. Unless you specifically state like,
Hey,
yo,
give
can
it
you
back.
roll this because I gotta take it with me, like or
Got you,
or
got you,
whatever.
got
But
you,
it's like
got you.
we're
I
smoking.
think for that,
right?
for specific instance, it's up in the air.
I think.
It depends on how the roller feels about their time rolling that.
But if
Whatever.
they're getting a free blunt, you figure like bartering system. But that's
It's a chore. It's a
Nigga,
chore. I mean, some people love it, but I mean, it's a thing that got to be done.
I'm not
Like
one
yo,
who
rappers,
would.
you always hear that rappers are like, oh yeah, that's the guy that rolls fucking.
Yeah, that's the. You know, that's a fucking job. Like
It's
if
a
you,
job to if you're a rapper, like that's the guy who rolls Lil Wayne's blunts, yo. Like,
you know,
yo,
that nigga has a 401k.
yeah. Like he's a young urban professional.
Like, for
Like,
real,
if you
like-
work for somebody who's super rich, he was like, yo, you're like for doing something dumb. It's like that thing.
That's the
that
first
can-
task.
That can
rabbit.
happen.
Yeah, that's
Like
damn. I hope some of my friends make it in their rap career.
yeah,
I'm
word. You ever think
gonna
about
learn
that?
how to roll.
A lot of people never want to tell their friends that they don't think their art is good because they never want to be like, yo, he told me my shit sucked. Like they never want to
Yeah.
be like they throw
But
that
I
shit
feel
in
like
your
at a
face.
certain point, you should be like, had I been doing
I
comedy
got a few friends,
for
man.
20, yeah. If I've been doing this shit 20 years and you know me 20 years, and I'm still in the same place I'm at now with no, like I didn't fall off and come here. I never made it up. I just been
Right.
here. You gotta be honest with your friend. Like, hey man, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, you mean if he's still like
if he's still hopeful?
hasn't found? Yeah,
If you're still hope, like I got a friend that's now trying to get into music. That's like, you never used to dance well. I don't know how you gonna ride a beat.
You don't have rhythm.
You don't have
yeah,
no
like,
rhythm. He's
well,
like,
maybe music isn't the thing, man.
I was like, maybe you should manager or something, nigga. Like, you roll blunts. I'm gonna offer that. Dude. I think he smoked. So, another one is avoid any discrepancies. Pass it clockwise.
Okay.
I don't think that really
I
matters.
feel like if I'm high, that's way too much thinking. I'm handing it off.
I know. Usually people just go to the left.
Usually someone's eyeing it.
I usually go clockwise. Yeah, I mean,
Like, because that's just a normal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just like, pass it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone gives a shit. Like if you go the other way,
maybe this is right-handed people. That's
yeah,
that's who wrote that. A right-handed piece of shit. That's who wrote that. Like always goes to the left. What kind of fucking
what kind of asshole? If needed, please ash before you pass. I think that's a dickhead thing. Give someone some shit.
Yeah, with the ash on it.
Right.
Definitely. No.
It's
You gotta.
That's fucked up. Unless y'all really high and can't. Because
Yeah.
I've done it. I've done it.
Come on,
I've done it once or twice.
We've all done it like. Take.
Or if you're closer to the shit and I'm high, like I don't want to. Don't pass it to me for me to just hand everything back to you. Here, I'm done. Like take this shit. The next one is please share. That just seems like if you're smoking with someone.
That's dated.
Like who the fuck is smoking with people but not smoking with people? At the same time, it's like,
well, there's some people like that. Like, nah, I only smoke by myself. I know.
then don't smoke with people.
Yeah.
No, you're like
I smoke with myself, but I smoke right there in that chair.
And masturbate afterwards. That's why I don't like sitting in that chair.
Well, what if you're hanging out and you just want to smoke at that time, but you don't smoke with people? I know people, more than one person, who specifically smokes weed by themselves, but they will do it when we're hanging out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we'll smoke weed. He was like, yeah, I'm rich. I'll smoke weed. He was like, but I'm smoking all of my weed. He's like,
interesting.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I've seen stuff like that.
Never. Like, you can never pass them. They'll like, they just, yeah.
I know a dude who, like, let's say y'all get down, right? And you bring your bag, he brings his bag. Sometimes he'll be like, well, I'm going to roll me a joint of this. This is just me. And then we can mix the other shit. But this joint is me and save me some. Sometimes. Contingent on who the person is. I've seen that multiple times. Like, I'm facing this. Don't even.
Right.
But it was their weed. They brought it to the party.
I like smoking with my friends, man. I love it. I
would only smoke with people. I can't really see myself.
Yeah.
Like I smoked with my mother.
Right.
That was the greatest shit.
My mom got it.
That was the greatest shit because she has a smoke.
My mom gets the edibles though. My mom does the edibles, and then she bakes them. So like.
Oh no, that's
so we don't. Me and my mom have never smoked together. I think that would fuck me up. But like, she's been like baked on edibles, and then like I'm high eating the edible. Like you know what I mean? It's like whatever.
Don't really do it because my mom told me like a war story afterwards. I was like, God damn.
No,
you ever realized that your mom's had a hard life? I was like, shit.
It's crazy. My mom's losing her hearing, so I love it because I get to like yell at her for
all the times that she yelled at you.
No, for like 30 minutes. Like I'm like yeah, and I'm just hanging out with her. I'm like like it was like, and people always, because I talk loud, I always get like people like always, oh, come on, can you just like screaming. I'm like, all right, I get excited. I get excited. I like to tell people things. So, you know what I do, and you know what I mean. And it's like I don't know. And it's like when I'm with my mom, I get to talk at my regular value,
right?
Because like she needs to hear it.
That's
I love hanging out there now. No one tells me to shut up. Like,
that's amazing, and kind of has something to do with this next one. Don't hold up the rotation for a long ass story. They say. So
I'm
even
guilty.
if you
super guilty.
I was guilty. I remember once I just had started and it was someone's joint and they were sharing with me, and I was just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna have your joint, so I'm not gonna be pushy. But they start telling the story and they're not at all passing, and then the shit goes out.
Right.
So it's not even like they're actively smoking. They tell a long ass story till the shit goes out. Forget about that the shit went out, and then continues story till completion. And goes, oh shit, it went out. Do however much they need, and then hand it. I was like, I would never. This is not for me.
You just blew my high.
They're like, I wanted to get low. You know what I mean? Low. I don't even know because I don't really like getting high. I like getting mid, like somewhere. I don't want to get too high.
I like getting high.
Well,
I like to sit. Like what's that? What's the fucking old Greek mythology? I like to be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, Icarus.
Yeah. Like I don't want to fly too high.
Close to the
Too close to the sun. Too close to the water.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know,
I want to be further away from water.
Because you can't swim.
Yeah, and I'm black.
Yeah.
You know they don't save black people.
A lot of people have different ways that they use and smoke weed, and I learned when I got older that I was like, I've been wasting weed for a long time.
Learning your weed patterns.
Because when we were young, we used to fucking just get these gigantic blunts, like rolled up. We were balling, like, yo, we gonna throw a whole 20 in the fucking blunt, yo. Like,
I've seen people do that.
Like, and then you realize what it is when you get older and you really like you start using weed. Like when you stop like smoking weed with your friends and you start using it, like no, I'm gonna smoke.
Right,
and
like alcohol.
And
when I was 21,
like,
I just used to fucking binge. And now I have like 2 drinks. I'm like, I'm set. I feel good.
And then you're like, and then you start thinking about, you're like, I had to be good. I could have definitely just done this.
Right.
Took 2 bulls like that time. You just don't because you're fucking dumb.
Yeah, you're young. And you're
fucking stupid.
Like when I smoke, like I hardly ever smoke more than a bowl, unless it's bad weed. And I'm set for the night.
Yeah.
Like I binge watch something, eat some munchies, love myself a little bit, and then conk out. I don't need more weed than that.
What'd you say?
I said love myself.
Do you mean masturbate?
I do.
Because in my head, I envision you just like hugging yourself and giving like positive affirmations.
You is strong. You is kind.
You tall.
You got a big old dick. Your mama love you like her other son.
Damn. You blew my high.
That's funny.
Damn, nigga. Hello, other son. Next one.
Philip.
Yeah, I hate that name.
And it's spelled with a U. I hate it so much.
From Missouri.
I mean, I think fucking epidurals were just stronger in the 80s.
Oh, this is such an old thing. It says, and I'll end with this. It says, please try and pick out any stems and seed when you pack.
That's true.
But that's still kind of, isn't that old? Like, they don't come with seeds and shit anymore, do they?
A little bit. I mean,
not enough. Like,
no, I mean, if you got a good dealer, you know what I mean? I don't know. What are we like? What are we talking about? We're talking about if they're there, take them out.
Yeah, but that's just like
you
all
dated?
this shit. Yeah,
You think it's dated?
Because from my
baller
understanding,
man, you only smoke the premium.
I mean, you
all the
took
damn time.
Oh yeah. Even though just earlier I said that's what I used to say.
What dispensary do you go to?
There might be some here and there, you know. But.
So that I thought that was totally done. I thought they just grow different now. Like they just know.
Oh, you
right. They just know how
your weed knowledge ain't up. It's
no,
like,
it ain't.
The knowledge of the botany. It's like you're not.
First of all, I have no weed. Not like when I got back and niggas was like, we sell apes. I was like, nigga, the highest we sold was dubs. Like we had apes. What is an ape?
I know, right?
Ape
like,
of what?
Everybody's poor. Like nobody's gonna buy that. Like $40.
I had a nigga talk down a tray bag to me.
Oh.
Tray bag is $3. And I'm selling shit. Nigga was on. Let me tell you how deep this shit. He was like, all right, I got $2. And I'm gonna give you some change. I said, nigga, because he pulled me from gym, so I got like shorts. Like, what the fuck I'm supposed to do with this? Here, I'll let y'all go through my shit real briefly. Like I said, it's more practical shit places. Mm-hmm. So they ain't that.
That's what your mouth say.
I mean, I'll let you do your numbers. I know you got this beautiful laptop in front of us.
Oh, all right. Yeah, let me see. What's kind of internet on it? So.
Oh, that sucks, and it's about to die.
Oh
yeah.
boy.
Oh.
Well, how
you sit on your phone?
Yeah.
Y'all niggas don't care.
I do.
I mean, it's got the cover on it and shit. Ain't two second.
One of those leather ones.
That's
yeah.
mine.
Oh, that's yours.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's take a look.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Yours is wild out the gate. While you getting that ready, I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about my brother here. He looked up. He went Do NY City, which is a event site, and then you went Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz, because so
no, that's not what I need you to explain at all. Okay. That's normal. He's a comic, famous.
Well, there's a reason I was looking him up.
Then it's Andrew Schultz Halloween.
Yes.
So I'm like, all right, cool. And then it's Arkansas transgender law.
Oh yeah.
Where does that go into?
There's probably different timestamps on those.
9 niggas about 9 minutes apart.
Because I was watching. Okay, so which one you want first?
The transgender laws.
So I saw it on the news. So the Arkansas State Congress tried to pass an anti-trans bill.
Oh,
they did pass it, and then their Republican governor actually vetoed it, and then they overrode him. So in a weird, Republicans said anti-trans bill, we're passing it. Republicans still said veto, and they're like, fuck you, it's still Arkansas. They still passed it. Andrew Schultz, I was trying to catch a trailer for the new Halloween.
Oh, he's in it?
No, he was actually in the first one, the reboot from 2018. But his scene hit the cutting room floor.
Oh, shit.
So he got deleted.
So you said Zippo tricks. You want to learn lighter tricks, nigga?
You Fonzarelli?
I bought a Zippo.
Would you want to be the cool guy? Let me
Yes,
let me like this.
yes,
funny.
that's how corny I am. Yes, I want to like open a lighter weird. Like that's how fucking. I don't know. Yo, you got. What excites me the most in yours is USPS tracking. I love ever since.
Okay, this building, like my buzzer doesn't work. There's no cameras. So if a package stays outside more than 10 minutes, then your package is no longer your package.
Oh yeah, no, that's mine.
Right, exactly. So I got to keep tabs on it at all times, or I lose them cookies.
Oh, you want your adult diapers?
Yeah, sure. What?
That's what I imagine you get. So you looked up, first of all, another weirdo, because he looks up the news online like it's not a whole app that does that same thing.
Yeah, I do that.
Why?
I like to read the news.
I like internet. I like trash internet news. That's why I like not knowing what's gonna be real.
So it went from there, and then all of a sudden, just jumps into porn. Like he wanted to know the news, and then was like, you know what?
Rachel Maddow does it for me. I'm into it now.
I need to beat my dick though. Or maybe the fucking thing was so sad. He was just like, damn, it's a good day to just knock this out. And he went to one video, got that off, and was ready to go.
One and done.
One and done. You want to know the name of it?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess you clicked it, so I
only do
Video
one.
no longer available. You got it when it in a good spot.
Yeah, well, there's a lot. I find a video that I like. I'm like, I think like 7 minutes of this will be palpable, like whatever. Like, and then I do. Yeah, it's very efficient.
It blows my mind sometimes when like a porn video is like 40 minutes. Like who's
who's
watching
that?
like,
entire
thing?
I watch
Chris?
it like 3 minutes at a time.
I watch it like I binge watch. I sit down like I'm gonna come back for episode 2. I break that shit up. A lot of sneakerhead shit.
Yeah,
Chris is very subdued recently.
Yeah.
A lot of Lowe's, a lot of IKEA.
Wait.
Oh, I think you missing some shit.
Okay.
So thank God.
Well, I'm coming back because you did Google how to burn a body, but
What?
6
you Googled the show Family Reunion with Loretta Devine.
Yeah, and
Godzilla versus Kong. Did you watch it?
Yeah, good.
I read the Wikipedia. Seemed okay.
Can I explain the burn a body one? Because you just go by that, and I just don't want to be on any list.
Yeah, go ahead. Explain to everyone how you burn a body, freak.
No, what I looked up is how much time does it take to burn a body?
Yeah.
Because I look at like crime shows, and a lot of times like they're trying to burn a body, and the body's still there in the morning.
Really?
So I'm like, how long does it fucking take to burn a body? And I didn't want to write that exactly, so they kept giving me like the cremated shit.
Sure.
Because I don't want to be like, no, like when you murder someone
Right.
and you trying to get rid of it, how much time?
What is David Diggs' net worth?
Like he worth like $3 million.
Nice. Good for him.
He has a house, like a dope ass house.
Well, he got some of that ABC money. He got some of that Hamilton money.
He's
Blind spotting. He's out here.
You were into Lil Nas X this week.
Oh, Demon Shoe,
like
I
everybody
guess.
else, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to see. I didn't understand why Nike was getting so pissed off.
Well,
Like, I get it, but I was like, why, though?
Christians buy a lot of
because
sneakers.
I guess so.
Well, because you gotta think, like Nike makes everything from like anything that's cool and trendy to also making like shoes no one cares about.
Right.
Facts.
Like there
Dad
are Nikes
shoes.
that cost like $10, like $12, like those like they they make like that's most of their business. Like when people think about like I'm not gonna get into it, I'm not gonna be that guy, but like when you think about like the sneaker game and culture and all that stuff, it's such a small part of Nike's business.
Right.
Like they could give a shit what cool shit we thought Michael Jordan was wearing in 1994. I mean, Jordan Brand is huge. Don't get me wrong, but like most of their business just comes from just like that. Fucking,
But you would think that they had leaned toward one side of the political spectrum when they sort of picked Kaepernick. When they leaned toward Kaepernick on his social justice front and said, fuck anyone else who has a problem with him kneeling. But then Lil Nas X grinds on the devil, and now they got a problem.
Well, here's the thing.
But I get what you're saying.
Here's the thing also. No one wants to be associated with the devil.
Sure,
Like-
you're right.
that's not like...
That's a pretty small niche.
Yeah, I know. We were like, it's like, hey, it's
Like,
devil,
it's still the devil. Like, I just found out a fact maybe a couple months ago. You know, Hugo Boss made Nazi suits.
Yeah, that was there was a jam.
I saw one of like his original prototype. I was like, that's kind without the murder. That's kind of fly. Like without the hate and murder.
Right? Yeah. No, they had really sharp uniforms.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of sick. I can't see doing the fucking kicks and shit.
The marches.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I would have.
But I don't know, man.
That's what I was saying. Like it's just like if it looked good, I guess.
Right. Why do detectives wear suits? Why are you Googling that? Why do who makes more, narcotic or homicide detectives?
you
and then before that, weirdly, who needs more sleep, men or women?
Wow.
Women.
Okay, but
you found out.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, women sleep a lot. I think that was the reason why I looked it up. I was like, with it.
No, okay, stop. No, you Googled dead porn stars.
That was curiosity. I think
there's a few. You ever see those rest in peace?
IMDb posts. IMDb.
I see the rest in peace like videos. They be like, oh, compilation. She was the greatest.
I can't imagine beating it to one of them.
I think I might have, and that's why I looked it up.
Wait. I've definitely masturbated to women who are dead now. Like, come on. I go retro sometimes. I watch
retro.
Yeah, sometimes I just like to watch the old production value of like that early '90s weird
I think
porn.
like it was different between like retro and then like August Ames, who died like 2 years ago.
Yeah, because she still got 4K.
Oh, because she got
videos.
she OD'd or something. Oh yeah.
But her videos are still shot.
Here it is, August Ames.
I mean, rest in peace. I feel like they should live on. You know.
I mean,
feel like maybe
That's a good question though, because like that's still their legacy. Shouldn't we support it? Sure. But for me, it's just like it feels a little weird because he's a dead person.
I think they win. They're forever young.
Forever young.
Doing what you love.
Unless that's what took him out. Because
maybe. I don't think any of them, like August was like bullies.
Yeah,
right?
that's weird. To get bullied, you guys are bullying the same chick you're masturbating to.
Right.
Which is very like
white people.
Yeah, black people was like, what? Why would they do such a thing?
I've been thinking about suicide a lot in a way.
What? Nick, what? You didn't look that up at all.
He said he was thinking about it.
No, because that's worse. No.
No, looking it up is taking deep dive.
I don't know. It's like, but I remember I did Google it once. I Googled it and like the fucking hotline comes up. So I was like, oh, cool. So
good to know.
So I called and the fucking the connection was terrible. Like it was just like,
come on, they gotta
crying.
Do better.
Yeah, dude, I'm like crying. Like I'm just like ah. I'm like making weird noises like by myself, and then fucking I'm like, what do you say? And I was just like.
Yeah,
and then, something also just made me realize.
I think you called the wrong. That was the anti one. Right. They wanted you. Fuck it, I'm just gonna end it all tonight.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. I think that just my like disdain for like garbage shit like made me like know that I was like I wanted to live. I kind of want to. I'm like this angers me. Like that this hotline is talking to the worst people at this service, and I was like. I can't kill him. I gotta fix it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I just not fix it at all. But like just like be like, yo, what the fuck? Like just be able to tell somebody like
the absurdity.
Like what the absurdity? Yeah. Like this is too absurd for me to take this to the grave. Like
your last memory.
Yeah. Like I was like well this worked. Like.
So
but it was just me. It was me being an asshole, like a complaining asshole. Like how dare. Like how mediocre, like like as something that's supposed to be really serious, and it's like it's fucking weird, man.
That is not,
it's not cool. I don't know.
I had a friend who killed himself, and it always brought up this conversation, and I'm curious since you brought it up to know your feelings on it, because his family somewhat thinks he's selfish for it.
Mm-hmm.
I have listen. I've thought about this a lot, man, and like, it's having a person that's like taking it to some like a kind of extreme steps where like other people have to step in. You know what I mean? Like, I think that if you can get through like a lot of the things what it takes to do something like that, then I don't see why we can't celebrate celebrate that decision a little more.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like
yeah.
I feel like it is a certain thing that's like a self. Like it's such a hard thing to do.
It is.
It goes against everything, and then we're
Your
talking.
whole body is meant to preserve it.
Yeah, but
Right.
I mean, then we get in that realm of like mental illness and like what's like not a person really wanting, but is
feeling like they
something
have to.
that's feeling like they have to do. So it's that thing. It's that too.
It's
like,
a weird.
but if
it's a weird
somebody
thing.
like honestly, like I don't think I have a history of like mental illness in the way that it's like you have to mention it. Like a person's like schizophrenic or like at these really like
It's a weird thing.
It's a weird thing. But I just I don't know. I don't, and I hate to say everything happens for a reason kind of person, but
it does.
I don't know. Like
It
I
does.
just feel that way about suicide, and I think it's maybe the people who like go through with it would want you to celebrate it more a little. Or I don't know.
I guess
It's like making a decision. You just made a decision to end.
I
I
guess.
don't like.
I actually think it's selfish of his family to think it's selfish. Like that thing, whatever it was that drove him to that place, him doing that, of course it sucks, but like it wasn't about them.
Exactly. Well,
He took his life.
So I never felt as though it was a selfish move
Right.
on his part. I felt low key like I was selfish for probably not being there as much as I
Sure.
should have been. That could have, I don't know. We all
Yeah.
have like that hero complex.
Yeah.
I could have been the one that saved him.
Sure.
So for me, I felt a little bad about that, but I didn't feel like this person was selfish because, look, we life is hard.
Of course.
Life is very difficult, and like you said, this is a porn star, top of the game. I think at the time when she killed herself, she was literally #1 porn star, or if not #1,
She's very popular.
She was top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
So you got the top 5 porn star and she's top of her field. She's killing it. She's making money, and she feels like is
Right.
to wrap it up. It's like, I mean, how is she? She's selfish, I guess, if you really like beating your dick to
Even
new
her,
shit,
I would
but,
see
like,
no selfish
still.
on her part because she was driven to that place by
Yeah.
fucking internet trolls
But that's the
being
worst.
cunts, 8chan, 4chan, whatever the fuck, drove her to that place.
And it's sad. So I don't
Yeah.
understand how
That is
someone could be
sad.
selfish for doing a thing. But being that you brought it up, I just felt like I don't know. This all came from a search history.
It did.
Like, so it's like,
Twice. He looked it up twice.
huh?
You looked it up twice.
I wanted to make sure. 'Cause
Right.
I went back to that same video.
Dead porn stars.
I went to that same video. It was a good one. You know, when you find a good video, you go back to it periodically.
Sure.
Such
yeah.
a-
No, I have
such
I have quite a few saved in the old.
Memory.
Yeah.
I write mine down.
Oh, smart.
Yeah.
You go from memory a lot, or is it always the search history? Is it always?
What like?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You mean
yeah.
like use
I
my
remember-
imagination?
Yeah, of course.
Oh no.
I don't.
hardly ever.
I really just go back to old times I fucked, and sometimes I'll put a new person. Like
Yeah. I'll go sometimes where I almost fucked. I'm like, what if we did fuck?
exactly. Or I'll go from that point. Yo, making it, like pretending is so much better.
I won so many Oscars up here. It is amazing.
First of all, my dick has grown tremendously, and every time I pretend,
so good at sex.
in some reason, it's always Lexington Steels or something. Like, it's not even my color. I don't even do it like where it's right. Like, it just, this is not even mine. I like,
Right.
this is a fantasy for real. Like, I do it a lot. Not a lot, but I would say I'm probably 50-50 with that. I don't like to look at porn because then it's set, like, it really does set mad, crazy, like, expectations of, like,
Oh, for actual sex.
yeah,
Sure.
I'll look at some shit and I'm like, now I got to spit in your mouth.
Right.
Like,
I think Mark Maron had a bit like that. He goes, he knew he was watching too much porn when a girl invited him over for sex, and he walked in the room and goes, "Where's the other guy?"
yeah, that's too much porn.
Right.
That's far too much porn. Give me your socials. Let them know where they can find you. You got
Oh,
a show
shit.
coming up.
Yeah, got a show coming up. Oh yeah, every
This nigga don't remember shit.
Nah, I'm here. Next Thursday at Basic. Yeah, next Thursday at Basic. When does it come out?
Tuesday.
Yeah, so Thursday, come to the show. I mean, buy tickets if there's any left. I hope. Follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna post about it. I'll probably make a little thing. It's called Too Much Blue. Because like for people who make text that's too long.
No.
And if you got iPhone, because we don't really give a fuck about Android people.
No,
I don't
no
really
one gives
care.
a shit.
I really don't.
I don't care about
I don't
your
know.
green bubbles.
Yeah, and I'm
Fucking up the group chat.
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh my god.
And listen, I'm not, and I don't want to be hostile. They made me this way, and I'm just succumbing to it. And I'm succumbing to it, and I'm sorry. Like I'm fine if Android people don't come.
Anti-Android.
No, you can't. We'll welcome you. But if you don't, if you're gonna get mad at it because it's like, oh, it's blue bubbles. That's fucking. I'm like, yeah, that's what I have. That's what all my friends have.
That's all people who matter have. You think fucking Obama has green text?
Probably. He loved
because he wants it. Though.
He loved Blackberries. That was his thing.
Did, yeah.
They all did. The politicians.
Yeah, they all.
I
they
like
were all
Blackberries better than Sidekicks.
Yo, Blackberry was a vibe. I remember the BBM days.
BBM used to be
popping.
My first dick pic is still someone's
What's
BBM.
a BBM?
Blackberry Messenger.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, on
I
that
never
note,
had one of them.
yeah, I never had a sidekick. I
had a sidekick.
I did.
What that flip? I used to. Oh, that's so satisfying.
I used to hate that shit because you would hear it and clap like niggas.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, they.
You gotta do the quiet cock on them.
Nah, they didn't give a shit. I went to public school.
You know, see the bad guy in the movie when he's like sneaking up on somebody. He cocks his gun, but he doesn't like go crazy. He's just like, you got to do that with the sidekick. It was just like that little
nudge. Well, on that note, thank you guys for listening. As we always say, appreciate you and keep coming back and peace out.
This is pretty fun.
Yep.